Hey everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday, September 30th, 2024. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I'm your host as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back everybody. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Got everything done. Maybe you met the love of your life. I don't know, went for a walk on the beach, kissed once, maybe twice, fell in love again, and then broke up. And hopefully it's a great relationship. That's all I'm saying. But welcome, happy Monday. Happy to have you back here. It's going to be a great time. We're live in a lot of places. We're on Kick, Amazon Live, Instagram, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere you want it. You get it. Kruse Control is here. So thank you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Doc Savage? Welcome. I know Queen's out there too. Good to see you, Queen. I know you're out there. But joining me back tonight as my amazingly talented, and I miss her, the Queen of Mondays co-host. Everybody, welcome back, Miss Rachel. Looking fantastic. How's it going, Rachel?
Going good. I'm your favorite co-host's favorite co-host, and I'm here to, hot to show. Is
that a little bit of a Chappell Roan, I think, right there?
A little couple references there.
How you been, Rachel? It's been too long.
It's been a minute. There's been some ups and downs, but I'm glad to be back.
I'm happy to have you back. I understand life is crazy sometimes, right? And I'm happy you're
me a lot sometimes. So,
but you're looking good. You look fantastic. The energy's there. I really appreciate you coming back.
Glad to be back. And hi, chat. I missed you.
Peppy's happy you're here too.
Hell yeah, Rachel's here.
Well, we're gonna have a great time tonight, Rachel. It's gonna be a fun show. So thank you for coming back. Missed you. I know the chat missed you, and it's gonna be a fantastic Monday because the Queen of Mondays is back, buddy. The Queen of Mondays. But we're not alone too, because he's been helping us out a lot here in the chat. Everybody, you know him, you love him. He's thirsty. The thirsty daddy's back, Mr. GR Waters. GR, how you doing, man? Happy Monday.
It's happy.
Get it, GR. How you been, GR? How's your weekend?
Good, long. We spent 2 days car shopping.
Oh, geez, that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, but we got it fixed today.
I mean, honestly, a lot of people will spend months car shopping. What's up, Phantom? Welcome to Kruse Control. A lot of people will spend months, so it's good you got it done in 2 days. 2 days isn't bad. Not too bad.
I don't say how long she looks
Yeah.
for something.
Yeah. Peppy's happy you're here too, GR. Well, I'm happy you found something, and you're looking good, man. No shirt and tie tonight, though, huh?
It's Monday.
Casual Monday.
Monday. It's so
okay.
good.
It's okay. I'm partial to a shirt and a tie. That's just me, though. You know.
Well, you're a star, darling.
Yeah. Yes. Well, thank you for being here, GR, our technical director. Smooth and in HD, everybody. Round of applause for GR. Looking good. And also joining us back, everybody. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, but I'm so happy to have him back. My friend and yours, been helping us out for a couple weeks. He's a killer host. He's been in business for years. Everybody, welcome back, Mr. Jonathan McFadden. How you doing, Jonathan? Welcome back to Kruse Control.
Hey, good to be here. Glad to be here. Let me just clarify everything. I can now see that my green screen thing doesn't look so great, but we'll all get over that. But I can see when it's my turn to speak and when it's not. So I've got all the cues in place to actually be helpful this time around. So here's to doing it correctly. Yay.
Well, Jonathan, I'm happy to have you back.
Welcome to the show.
Peppy's happy to hear you too.
Did Pepe just say, hey, Jonathan?
Yeah, of course.
I can't take
right, Pepe?
What's up?
That's how you know
Peppy's
you've made
happy
it.
to have you. Yeah. Peppy's happy to have you, man. Peppy's always happy, right, Peppy? Peppy's a man, right,
It's
Peppy?
some bullshit.
Yeah.
It's
What?
some bullshit.
It's some bullshit, man. What the fuck, man? Okay, so Peppy wants to be introduced, as always. Peppy's here too, everybody. Peppy, how you doing, man?
Pick with this one.
What do you mean you got a bone to pick me? What's fucking going on, man? How about
I've got
everything's
no
going great here.
snickety snacks.
Dude, you get all the snickety snacks, and I give it to you all the time. You're greedy.
Stop, please. Stop.
Okay, Peppy. All right. I'm just saying you're
Can
greedy.
we just not?
Okay, we won't do that anymore. Anyways, everybody, I'm so happy to have you here back on Kruse Control. Happy Monday. Will Peppy get those snickety snacks, Rachel? That's a good question. I don't know. He wants to get them so bad. Maybe one day. Just not today. Right,
I'm
Peppy?
sorry, Brian. I just I was watching
apologize.
some shit last night. Really got under my skin. Because these are
fine.
all lies.
Oh, no, you go one way and then you insult me, Peppy, but whatever. But it doesn't matter what Peppy's doing, everybody. Doesn't matter what day it is. It could be a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, any day of the week. There's always one thing going on in Kruse Control, and that is a lot of breaking news. Come on. Oh, Peppy. The very first thing I want to start off with, it's always, I hate to start off with a somber note, but we lost a few different legends here in Hollywood. And the first person I want to talk about is country singer Kris Kristofferson. And him himself, man, he just passed away this weekend, and he was huge in the country scene. At 88 years old, unfortunately, he passed away. But a former, country supergroup leader, he joined this group with Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Willie Nelson called the Highwaymen. I remember how great that was, and that combination was just a massive for them. And it's really sad to see him go. Just like it's sad to see, on top of that, John Astin passed away too. And John Astin just got his chance to come back to Beverly Hills Cop not too long ago in Axel Foley. And I'm really happy he had to come back to the big screen one more time, well, I say the Netflix screen, to be with his friends and play his part one time in that franchise. I had to mean a lot to him, like playing John Taggart again. It must have been fantastic. But of course, he was in the last movies and TV shows. Emergency, Columbo he was on, Police Academy, Police Woman. He's been in a lot of things. MASH, Starsky and Hutch. He's been around for a long time. So RIP to you all, and you gave a lot. And it's a very sad day. Very sad day. Big losses. But it's also a sad day for Megalopolis, or should I say Megaflopolis, because, oh my God, guys, $4 million. $4 million opening weekend, and the Thirsty Daddy and I did see this over the weekend. And, a bunch of people are saying that they didn't know what they saw. It's weird. It's out there. It's a lot. Does it make sense? I still know what I saw. I think it is probably one of the weirdest movies I've seen my whole life, but I didn't hate it, but I didn't know really what was going on sometimes. And Adam Driver all the acting, people are arguing about the acting, but I read a bunch of interviews, and I was also watching some today. And I think the best way to say it is there a different key to these performances? The whole movie itself is in a different key if you go to musical terms. It's just different. It's out there, has its own different environment. If you don't understand that environment, you're not going to understand the acting style. And Francis Ford Coppola put an epic movie out there. And I hope it does better, but it is weird. It's odd, and it's intriguing, and Aubrey Plaza's fucking hot in it. That's all I gotta say. That's me, though. Maybe that's
hot and everything.
I know she is, Rachel, but you should see when Shia LaBeouf is going down on her. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, that's a different story for somebody else. Aubrey Plaza's also hot in Agatha. And Agatha is doing fantastic. Agatha all along over there on Disney Plus. It's getting right now the first episode, 9.3 million. 9.3 million views this first episode. Not too bad. In the first, we've got 3 episodes out. It's doing great. It's picking up the pace every week. People are going crazy about it. Now, it is a limited series, so don't expect more of this. Really a tie-in from WandaVision to bring her back. And I'm guessing it's going to bring Wanda back and bring Mephisto into this mix. They already mentioned his name. Everyone's Mephisto. Everyone's going nuts about that. I hope it's Sacha Baron Cohen, because that was a rumor for a long time. Bring on Sacha Baron Cohen, be like, oh, very nice, I'm Mephisto, it'll be a fantastic night. He won't talk like that, hopefully not. But speaking of Witches 2, Wicked 1, everybody, it's coming very soon. And the runtime for this is interesting, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Now, most movies are that these days. I said Megalopolis was 2 hours and 17 minutes. Why is that weird? Well, the play itself was 2 hours and 45 minutes, with a 15-minute intermission, and this is part 1 of 2. So where does the story come from for part 2? I don't know. I see Rachel's face out there. You guys don't see it, but I'm the same way. I don't know where this is going. Like, what do you do with the whole other movie? Maybe the whole movie could have been done in one movie. I don't know. I'm not going to hate on it. I'm interested to see it. Jeff Goldblum's the man. The cast itself looks fantastic. Ariana Grande. I just gotta say that overall, it's like, I'm not sure yet where the plot's going to go, but it comes out November 22nd of this year, so hopefully it is fantastic. And of course, where there's witches, there's wizards, and Wizards of Baking is coming, everybody. That's right, the Harry Potter spinoff about baking is coming. We talked about this before, but the release date officially came, and I'm just like, guys, November 14th, I guess we're going to see them hook up some Hogwarts treats, I guess. I don't know, but it's going to be on the Food Network and on Max. So if you enjoy this kind of idea, the Great British Baking Show or something like that, and if you're a Harry Potter fan, which is very, very, there's a lot of hate right now, especially with the new series coming out. I know that Comcast is pissed off at Warner Brothers because they don't want to share the rights to the TV show. There's a lot of drama going on behind the scenes. There's also the whole thing with, of course, J.K. Rowling, who's a piece of shit in a lot of ways. In my book, if you ask me, a piece of shit. That's what I say to her. But overall, this looks interesting. I like cooking shows. You got Warwick Davis coming in for a cameo to be tasting out some sweet treats. You got also like Luna coming in, Luna Lovegood's coming in. You got Ginny's coming in too. A lot of cast members coming in to actually take part in this 6-part series on Max and the Food Network. So get ready. I'm excited about it. They're going to fly off in the distance, just like Superman will, because Superman is coming very soon. But now Alan Tudyk is going to be a part of the cast, everybody. My main man, Alan Tudyk. I love Alan Tudyk. Now, of course, he was Clayface over there on the whole Harley Quinn show, which is great. He's so awesome in there. He's also signed to be a big talent part of the new DC world, playing a character called Dr. Phosphorus. Yeah, Dr. Phosphorus, who's a nuclear plant meltdown-born villain. And he's going to be in that whole animated version coming forward. And then his character's supposed to leak in other shows, so it will be that character or will it not be that character? Because Alan Tudyk doesn't say that for sure. Alan Tudyk says, guys, he goes, between you and me, I am playing, all right, guys, ready for this? Jimmy Olsen's French photographer friend, Bertrand Birdie Grugler, I butchered that, who specializes in adult avant-garde snaps, wears a cap and a cape, but isn't a superhero, just a fashion slut. There you go, from Alan Tudyk himself. Don't believe that shit. It's not true. It's not true. Just also don't believe Diddy, because I think Diddy did all of it. But Diddy's also got a lot more things going on, because Diddy now has another person, another model came forward who claims that he intimidated her, drugged her, and raped her, and impregnated her. Again. And then tried to get her to have an abortion, and she did not. She had a miscarriage, and that's how she lost the baby. So this person came forward, now already on top of everything else, and also somebody else came forward saying they have a tape they wanted to sell to one of his lawyers. They have a tape that shows a big time celebrity, a more high-profile celebrity than P. Diddy, on tape in a pornography, pretty much. They know they were on tape having sex with some prostitutes or some workers of the night that Diddy had hired. Now, his attorney didn't take the tape. They said they wouldn't take it. They won't put the name out forward who it is. But this has to be coming forward. Who is this high-profile person? A lot of people have been with Diddy in these parties, these freak-offs. So I bet there's a lot of people that are shaking and their boots are now freaking out. It's going to really upset Hollywood, if you ask me. I'm interested to see if it's going to be someone as big as, like, I don't know, like Daniel Day-Lewis. I doubt it'll be Daniel Day-Lewis. But, like, somebody like that could actually, change things a lot. And we'll have to see where it goes. Because legalities are coming forward. Look at Baby Reindeer. They were trying to stop at Netflix this lawsuit, this defamation lawsuit, and it did not stop. Because the judge said, nope. The federal judge moved forward and said this is going to go to court. This defamation lawsuit against the real-life Martha for $170 million. She's suing Netflix over this whole thing. Now, of course, it's going to go down. The date's already set, May 6, 2025 for the trial. But Netflix is hoping to get this based off of free speech, they said, proclaiming an anti-slap defense. And they even said forward they're going to defend this vigorously to stand with Richard Gadd for his right to tell his story. And I don't know, unless it work out too well for them. Look how what happened with Rust, with Hannah Gutierrez-Reed, and now she tried to get her case thrown out because she said, hey, because we had the whole thing of Bowling, that got thrown out, I should be thrown out too. And New Mexico State judge said, no, I don't think so. I don't think so. The evidence, which was the bullets, by the way, there were bullets that were that were not handled right in the case for the for the Alec Baldwin case. I don't have Ben Affleck, but I have Batman in the brain, guys. For his trial, though, there were casings that came forward later. They were held from the defense, and that was thrown out. Well, she was trying to use those in hers. The judge came forward and said that evidence would not have actually helped her case, and there was no evidence that said it would. And so they said, no, you're still going to spend 18 months in jail, and your case still moves forward the way it is. So unfortunately for her, she will not be getting out. But someone died, everybody, and she shouldn't have been the armorer, but somebody died, and at the end of the day, she was found guilty. So that's where she's at right now. You're right, Lexi. It was a work of fiction, but there's still some ties in there that are weird. So we'll see what happens with Netflix. I know they're worried. They're worried about this. They'll be thrown out. It's not thrown out. And I thought someone's about all the dishes. I thought all the dishes be gone years ago, but the dishes are still standing, guys, because DirecTV and Dish have merged into one conglomerate now. Happened today. $1 billion in annual cost savings will happen for the companies coming together, and they're combined with 19 million subscribers. So if you're a Dish person or you're a DirecTV person, you haven't cut those cables yet, you'll be able to be under one network called Direct Dish, maybe? Dish DirecTV? Direct Dish TV?
DirecTV.
Not DirecTV. It'll be something like that. But a lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. We can shop that. We can workshop that. Chappell TV. I don't know. Dish TV, DishNet. Something
no
like
more
that.
choices. That's all it is. It's all just monopolies. I don't understand how antitrust lawsuits aren't being brought up against more of these companies that are merging.
Yeah, it just keeps happening. Look at Disney though. Disney's been able to get it for a long time. Disney's like merge. Fox, they got Marvel, and then it's like they just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's interesting.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I saw some about Batman. I love Batman stuff. You guys know me. I see Jonathan. Something's cranking in his head. What's going on there, John? What are you thinking about this? Is there a name for you yet?
I'm looking at my notes, thinking to myself, what the hell did I write here as he was rushing through these breaking news things? Like, I know I wrote something, and I can see that, like, the first word is dead, and then maybe the second word is another, maybe actor, but I don't know the names. So I'm gonna have to go last and pay attention to what everybody else says.
I mean, that's on Rachel.
I know what is being said.
That's up to Rachel.
I think that's up to Rachel tonight. I don't know.
What's up to Rachell?
I'll be nice. I'll be nice. We'll go with the parched papa first of all. GR can head
if you're wondering what we're talking about, everybody, we're going to find out how everybody feels about these breaking news topics in our hot takes. Let's do it. All right, everybody, now it's time for those hot takes. This is the time to put 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute breakdown on all their hot takes on all the latest breaking news. That's we got 10 topics. I'm keeping it easy, light, and breezy for all my guests and my co-hosts and my friends and fans that are here in the show, and the thirsty daddy himself, who's had a few tonight. No, he hasn't. Leave him alone, GR says. Keeping it breezy, keeping it easy. Hot takes time, everybody. I'm excited to see who will be the hot take master of this Monday evening, the last Monday of September. Round of applause. Round of applause for September, everybody. I know, the month goes by so fast. It just does. Summer's gone, everybody. Halloween's coming. And it's hot take time.
Quarter of the year tomorrow.
GR, don't say that shit. My birthday is coming up pretty soon, John. I don't want to think about it too much. All right. Here we go. Rachel, who's going to go first with the hot takes? What are you thinking?
Let's go on over to that parched papa, the thirsty daddy himself.
Oh my God, I get it.
The parched papa.
Now it makes sense. Okay.
There was another one too we had at one point. It was like the... I don't know. Parched papa's
enough already.
It's pretty good, GR. Come on, man. Just accept it. Accept it. He's like,
make a hashtag and move on, right?
Yep. Hashtag thirsty parched daddy. That's all I can say.
Close enough.
All right. We gotta get serious, all right? We gotta get serious. GR, here we go, man. All right, are you ready? You feeling good, smooth, buttery, and biscuity? Ready to slide on those biscuits with hot takes, lay them down, and come back and stomp on and eat that son of a bitch and get those hot takes that are amazing?
Of course I am.
Of course you are. All right, GR, here we go. It's hot take time, man. Okay, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, GR, hot takes.
Chris Christopherson, a great loss. Same with John Ashton, 2 great talents. Megalopolis, incredible cast, but one weird story. Agatha, I'll pass on that one. Don't know anything about it. Wicked, way too long. A 4-hour movie on a 2-hour play, that makes no sense whatsoever. Wizards of Baking, that's a hard pass. I'm sorry, I don't want to know. I like cooking shows.
Come on, GR.
Hey, I get my choice. It's my hot. Tydak and Superman, okay, fine. Everybody else can be there. Diddy's another Weinstein. Who cares? Baby Reindeer, that's just all about money. It's a bloody... I can't say that on the air. Russ, no neutral, not shocking. The woman's paying for every other mistake on the set. The DirecTV, the marriage, it's going to be DirecTV. They're the big company. End of story.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Well, great hot takes, GR. Great hot takes, GR. Great hot takes. How's it feel?
Feels marvelous, darling. Simply marvelous.
Woo! He gets all the music.
I need an entry screen.
Hey, we can find one for you. GR he shaved his head. I'm like, it just came to my mind. I'm like, he's got entry.
Movie nights are going to have beer cans to do that with.
I think isn't that fun? Everybody gets an entrance theme. I think that's fun. Chat, what do you think about that? Let us know. Do you want entrance themes for everybody? And then they can play during if you win hot take stuff. I think that's fun, right?
There
Yeah,
you go.
I think it's fun. Jonathan's like, no.
I just question what my entrance theme would be, and
Oh.
and once it's played, it's stuck. It's not like we can go back and change it.
You
And
can't
that's
change
a
it.
little scary.
Nope.
It can be up to Peppy because Peppy does that all the times, right? Peppy, what was come down to, Peppy?
I'm gonna tell you
What's it
right
come
now.
down
That depends on how many snacks you got.
to? Okay, that's what it comes down to. So whoever gives Peppy the best snacks gets the best entrance theme. So what it comes down to. What it comes down to. Yeah, Doc Savage likes it. We got some
All
nice
about
people
them
liking it.
stickity snacks.
Yeah, yeah. Peppy loves snacks. He does.
Give
love
me
them so
some of them
much.
cheese sticks and shut the fuck up.
Damn, Peppy. Damn, man. Whoa. Okay. All
That was a
right.
bit
So,
aggressive, Peppy.
bit aggressive. Bit aggressive. But very aggressive.
I'm not your average chihuahua, okay?
Okay, Peppy. All right. Enough said. Enough said.
You know what,
Right,
Peppy? You can
right,
get a
that's
cheese
so
stick
far
when
back.
you hop on these hot takes.
There we go. Oh. That's
Just because it's on screen doesn't mean it's fit to be seen.
I don't know what that means, Peppy, but okay.
It reminds me of daytime strippers. Not that I would encourage anyone to go to a strip club during the day, but I remember each of them would utilize the "She's My Cherry Pie" song as their theme song,
100%.
and it fit for all of them, right? I feel like it would fit for me. I'm just gonna get that out of the way now.
Oh, you're saying that's what you're thinking yours should be, huh? Cherry pie.
I'm that or Mr. Boombastic, one of the two, and I'm good.
Are
with
you
Mr.
that.
likening
Bombastic.
yourself to a Tuesday afternoon stripper? Because I think you're undercutting yourself here.
Well, no. That's exactly what I'm doing. You've nailed it. You picked up on what I was dropping as if it were hot.
Whistler.
Yes,
Whistler from Blade.
Okay, which one of them's going next? Let's get.
I'll go ahead and take it
Gee.
next. We'll let our friend, the Tuesday stripper, take up the rear.
It's called a hot take, so you absolutely should.
You better be hot when you're doing it. Better be hot when you're doing it.
I'm trying to be hot when I'm doing everything.
Hell
Whoa, look
yeah.
out.
Woohoo! Round of applause for that. Round of applause for that.
It's only a round of applause because that's all we got to give you right now. But yeah.
Lex has been to the strip club in a day. I don't know what.
Talk about your day job right now, honey.
We're too many strip clubs right here. Okay. All right, Rachel. Here we go. You feeling good about these hot takes?
I'm feeling great. Let's go.
All right, here we go, Rachel. You're right there. You're ready to rock and roll. I can see all over your face. Ready for these hot takes like you haven't missed a day. And I'm excited to see what comes next. I know you're these fucking awesome hot takes. So here we go. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Our celebrity passings. They lived long, full lives with illustrious careers. So I think they can rest peacefully knowing they've contributed to society. Megalopolis looks good to me. I don't know. Aubrey Plaza is always a hit for me. I'll take her anywhere I can get. Speaking of, I will watch Agatha because I'll take her where I can get her. Wicked, I saw the stage show not too long ago. It was only about 2 hours, so I do not understand why they're doubling it. Wizard of Baking, JK's at Turf, fuck that, not watching it. Alan Tudyk, it can do no wrong. I'll watch him in anything also. He's great. He actually makes me want to watch this new Superman now. Diddy is a piece of shit. Anyone associated with him, I hope they go to jail. Baby Reindeer, I'm not surprised. We called this months ago. Let's move on here. Rust not moving forward. This trial will never land. Can we just be done with it? And DirecTV, I think it's dumb that, again, antitrust lawsuits, we need them.
Damn. Boom goes dynamite. Great hot takes, Rachel. Woo!
Rachel's got me.
Just got me hot take. She smacked the shit out of those hot takes. Great hot takes. Great hot takes. Francis Ford Coppola likes to lose money. Phantom. It's kind of one of those things. See, like $120 million he put out there of his own money, sell off his vineyards. Like it's a lot for a movie. And you know what? He's very proud of the movie. He even said in an interview, he's like, you know what, guys? I think it's gonna be like my past movies where people are like, we don't understand it, and then later on it'll be a big hit. So like Apocalypse Now was a big one for him.
Controversial take. It doesn't always have to be about the money. If you're happy with the product that you've made, if you feel like you've made good art, Good
Yeah.
for you.
As long
Oh,
as
so
you
that's-
also pay your people.
Let's blow
Yeah.
You have to pay-
let's blow 116 million in a weekend.
Well, he paid his people though. He definitely paid his people, which is great. And they did blow a lot of money. 4 million is not a lot. It might pick up next weekend. I don't know if word of mouth is going to help with that much,
I
but
don't know if it's gonna pick up that much, but that's okay.
I'm
If
so
everyone feels
sorry.
good about what they've made and everyone was paid,
1 second. Did you just say 4 million's not a lot?
I mean, not when you're spent 120.
Ah,
that's not a big return on.
Yeah, yeah.
Fair enough.
4 million is a lot of money. It's like so much money. You know what I mean? For
'cause
me,
in
if I-
general, that's great,
Yeah.
right?
I'll take that 4 million right now. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
We'd be a whole different show if we had 4 million bucks in the pocket. You know?
You wouldn't be doing the show. You'd be out partying.
No, we wouldn't be doing the show. We'd be drunk the whole time doing the show.
You know what? I think Brian's right. I think if Brian had all the money in the world, he would be doing exactly what he's doing now. He might have a more expensive blazer, and maybe there's like a camera and a monitor behind him that's a little more high def. But
Yeah.
this would be him 3 days a week, no matter how much money he has.
Oh yeah.
We'd rebrand it the Millionaire Cruise Club. That's what we rebrand it. You know what I mean? Something like that.
I'd have a real tiara, not a fake one.
Yes, you would. All diamonds for my girls. Hey.
By the way, is it
and you know, if Jared wants a golden necklace or a diamond necklace, can have that too.
right?
I'll
Jared
go
needs
with
chains.
gold.
Isn't that a sign of success, though? When you would do what you're doing right now, no matter how much money you had, if you chose to do what you're doing, doesn't that mean you found some sort of success?
Very
Isn't
true.
that what that is?
Yeah. I think that's what the true success is, when you're just happy what you're doing and that you want to wake up every morning and do that. It doesn't matter how much money you make or how much money you have. That's true success. That's the best part of life, when you actually enjoy what you do.
As long as
Really
you can
is.
support yourself and your family. But if
Yes.
if you won the lottery and would do the same thing the next day that you're doing right now, that is wealth before you got money.
I might take 2 weeks off so I can go and travel the world a little bit. And then like I would do it live from like Rome and Japan and like
road
Germany and
show.
a Polish pub someplace. I'd be all about that shit. Come on, hook me up.
Wait,
There's a lot of Polish power right here. I'm 75% Polish, so I mean there's a lot of Polish power going on here. Round of
Can
applause
you
for
tell
Polish
us
people.
more about what a Polish pub looks like?
I don't know. I've never been to one. I want to go to one so bad.
Sausages?
I can tell you, they look a lot like English pubs. You know, a lot of beer and a lot of drinking.
Yes, it'll look even better with me in there with the freaking mega pint in my hand. That's all I know.
Get you a sign, get you a
When
sign.
you guys were talking about enjoying your job, there's an old saying: get a job you like and work it. You'll never work a day in your life.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
If you like your job, well, it's not considered work. It's just something you like.
Do I have a second, Brian, to respond to that?
Yeah, you tell me.
Here's the thing. Okay, that saying, "If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life."
Right.
That is only being said by those who hate their jobs. Because those of us who love our jobs, we're going to do it every single day. We're going to work 7 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. We're working every day. We love what we're doing, but it's worth the work. As actors, as talent
Then you
people,
misunderstand the saying. If you're enjoying
Correct
it, it's
me.
not really work. It's enjoyment of what you do.
what I'm saying to you is when we love the work, yeah, we enjoy it, but it's still work. There's still a lot of stuff we got to
It's in the
do.
point of the saying. We can argue all night, and that's not what this show's about.
Fair enough.
I think overall, I get what you're saying, because when we still have to work, but we love to have work, but we also have to work right now because Jonathan has to work on those hot takes, everybody.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right, Jonathan. Here we go, man. Feeling good. Yeah, here we go. Just rub the head for good luck. Get the eyebrows nice and crisp.
I'm ready.
Get sassy, sexy, sophisticated, frothy, and foamy, and get that shit square root at that some bitch and call it a good night.
Wow! What? Can I get a few more adjectives? Just a few more.
I can't do that like that. It's just, sticky, icky, and over the top, Mickey. Let's go. Here we go. All right, hot takes, everybody. Jonathan's hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
All right. So the people that died, I can't quite read my writing, but here's my thing. Why aren't we talking about Maggie Smith, who played Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter? She died. She was also in Sister Act. She was the grandmother to our entire country, and she passed away. That's more important. Megalopolis, I don't understand. That sounds like a Muppet who helped us with his cousin understand, along with Big Bird, how to greet people in various cultures. Agatha, that is amazing. Way to go. It's well worth it. Wicked. Okay, Ariana Grande's in that. What about all of these amazing talent that did the Broadway show, like Idina Menzel? Aren't they greater? Who knows? There was something about the Potter show, whatever. What? Something about Superman show, whatever. My other question, what? Then you've got Diddy. Look, you got the money. Make society great again, Diddy. Actually make a difference. Reindeers, what happened with that thing? And then Dish Network, who cares what you call it? It's the same thing anyway.
Well, he got it, everybody. He got it. So everybody, great hot takes. I pushed the wrong button.
Miss Russ. What happened to Russ?
I didn't even get the music. I just got the wah-wahs and the hearts. I don't know if that's happy or sad, that thing in front of my face.
Yeah.
I'm giving it all love now.
I'm very confused about these
There's another
emojis.
one. One more for you.
This is like one of those abusive, like gaslighting relationships. I'm happy, I'm sad, I love you, but I don't. I appreciate you as long as you do the things I tell you to do. I don't understand, but I'm happy to have participated.
Great hot takes. There's so many emoji things.
One day Peppy will participate, right?
Peppy one day will. We try Peppy all the time, but he's like,
I did hot takes one time. And it wasn't even close.
There's a line from a great movie. It's called Gladiator. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, go see it. It's what's the guy's name, GR, from Gladiator?
Which one?
Russell Crowe?
Oh,
right?
the original. Okay.
Yeah,
Russell
the
Crowe.
original. Then there's this really tall black guy who was also in some Blood Diamond movie. And it goes something like, we'll win, we'll be victorious one day, but not today. One day, but not today. And that's where I think we are with Pepe. He'll do hot takes one day,
Well, he did it once.
but not today. Right. There's my point.
Maybe they should just let the sleeping dogs lie.
Peppy, one day, man. One day,
Hey,
man.
shut it down! Come on!
Yep.
5K subscribers, Peppy.
Yep, that's true. If we get more subscribers, man, you gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. You gotta do it.
I ain't salty. I'm the pep star. I've got high standards.
He knows exactly what to say and when to say it. That's brilliant.
Anyways, I'm gonna start the poll right now. You tell us who you think won hot takes right now. Is it Rachel? Is it Jonathan? The Thirsty Daddy GR? Let us know right now. Vote. Great hot takes. Great hot takes, everybody. Round of applause for everybody. You gotta watch out for the pep star because he's all over the place. But there's so many things going on about these lawsuits and stuff like that. Rachel, do you think that will we ever stop talking about the Russ thing? Because I feel like there's always something coming up. We spoke about it for so long, right?
I feel like we've been talking about Rust since I've been doing the show. So what, 2 years now? A year and a half?
It feels like it.
I'm so tired. I don't. Does anyone care anymore? Do the people involved care anymore?
The family of the dead girl probably cares.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
want to rest. They might just want to be done with it. I can't imagine how stressful it is to have to keep being dragged in and out of court and just reliving that trauma over and over again. Like,
it's
let's
a
just
lot.
wrap it up, people.
And Rachel, you weren't here for a little bit. The whole Diddy thing is crazy, right? Is there anything that you're thinking about that? Are you surprised? We talked about Diddy a lot too before this actually came down.
It's I'm not surprised at all by some of the things that they found in his house are a bit surprising just in quantity. Like my God,
Not from Costco. Not from Costco.
not from Costco. I don't think Costco, in good consciousness, could sell that much of anything.
No.
And they've only been carrying it, so what?
I'm going
Yeah,
to
that was the funny thing.
to see how the courts turn out, what's going to be sealed, what's going to be public record, and who's going to go down with him. Because when you are having these sort of large events, it's not just you that's culpable. So who else? How many dominoes are going to fall?
I think a lot of them are going to fall. I think a lot. Well, look what's been happening with Hollywood. I really say like this might rock Hollywood. That's what this might do, the whole Diddy thing, because there's all these celebrities that have probably been there.
The celebrities from Hollywood, the actors. There's rumors going around. Again, rumors. The Kruse Control does not take liability for anything said
No,
here.
we do not. We do not.
That Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis have separated because of all of this, because Ashton Kutcher may be involved.
That was a whole thing. You didn't hear about that, Jonathan? That's a whole thing. I heard that too. And then they're coming forward and be like, no, we're not, but are we? But we're not? Yeah.
So, I mean, with their involvement with their co-star from that 70s show, God, I can't remember, Danny Masterson. With
Danny
their support
Masterson.
of Danny Masterson so far into his trial, it wouldn't surprise me if they had other unscrupulous friends.
Well, I think Jonathan wants to ask you a question there, Rachel, about this.
All I'm thinking here, Rachel, is we shouldn't say such things until we're. It doesn't have to be 100% because this is entertainment news and nobody ever cares if it's 100%, right? But if you're 80% sure, fine. But do you have 80% proof of that you just said?
There's rumors. Do I know if the rumors are true? No, but I've heard the rumors.
Jonathan,
We cover some hot gossip once in a while.
Jonathan, you have to use one word. Allegedly.
Okay.
And you can say anything.
Allegedly.
It goes a long way. Allegedly. It goes a long way.
Don't we in a weird...
There are rumors about it. Do I know if the legitimacy of the rumors? No.
Don't we in a weird way think of Ashton Kutcher and what's his bride's name? The other famous...
Mila Kunis.
Yeah, those two. Whatever. Don't we kind of see them as... outside of that sphere of ridiculousness when it comes to Hollywood relationships and scandals? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't tune into a lot of that stuff, the TMZ stuff.
People have done a really good job.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing came down with, again, you were saying Danny Masterson thing. That was the first time there was kind of anything with them. And then they had that whole letter that came out where they were supporting him, and then they backpedaled on that. And so then they had a lot of drama from the, again, it's the interwebs.
Ashton Kutcher had all sorts of problems. Like, he was in the media for all of the time. So I think she really helped clean up his image. And they did a really, really good job of that PR to a minimum in the last 10 or so years. So the memory is very short. No one remembers that he found his ex-girlfriend's dead body before he went to an audition.
Woo! Woo!
That is a real verified fact. That is not hearsay.
It's a lot. It's a lot. That's a lot.
Moving on.
GR, Megalopolis Fast. I know you saw it with me. We had that whole sit down, 2 hours and 17 minutes. Anything else you got to say about this movie that just like will make people want to see it?
Make them want to see it? No.
Yeah.
I mean,
theme song. Yeah, GR, come on. Sorry, I'll stop doing that. GR. Sorry.
Don't ever stop.
But what he said in the interview today, where he said, well, you see it a few times, you'll get a different view every time. I thought to myself, and I said this to you yet after we saw it, Ron, won't be watching that again. I mean, it was just the weirdest thing I've seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, it was a weird movie.
Well, it was 2 hours and 20 minutes watching that crap again.
It was a super weird movie. I'm gonna put it on again, at least for the Aubrey Plaza scenes. I gotta say, there's some stuff that she does. I was looking at GR during that movie, and I was wondering what he was thinking sometimes. I gotta tell you that.
So not a movie.
Oh, James GR.
Well, I was doing an imitation of one of the stars.
Rachel, what was that? What'd you say?
So that's maybe not a movie you want to go to with your parents.
Yes. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not
Or
do
your
that.
kids.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
If GR says this is the weirdest thing he's seen in a long time, right? What that makes you think is either the weird content industry just hasn't been stepping up, or GR is so desensitized that it doesn't matter what you show him, it's bland until this movie.
Until this movie.
Right. And then it's like he goes, wait a minute. He's seen some numbers of girls with some numbers of cups, and that doesn't matter. GR draws the line at this movie.
I'll tell you this.
It's stupidity.
I get I'll tell you this though, Jonathan. Francis Ford Coppola, he knows how to film women. He really does. I gotta tell you that this whole movie, like he has got all these different shots. It's just like there's a lot of beautiful women in this movie, and he knows how to make
Ryan,
them
you just keep
just like
selling this movie to me.
Can you explain exactly? Can you explain exactly what shots you appreciate?
cinematography was amazing. Like the low angles, high
Feminist
angles.
masterpiece, Brian.
It is, Rachel. I will say this, and I just gotta say, I mean, I just thought all women look fantastic in this movie. The men look good, but women look fucking fantastic.
But here's the thing, Brian. You know, I've made this public. I'm into dudes, but you know, I like chicks too. So explain to me how exactly
Glamour shots. Glamour shots, like,
I'm a lesbian, so I'm also interested in this. Brian.
and he would have these shots. He would have these shots where he would be like, it would just be like, it would all go black around and would focus into like a circle only and zoom in to girls like their face, their thighs, their bodies. It's just like, and it would focus on them, like glistening and glittering, and there would be like weird like reflecting lights. It was like a drug trip sometimes. There's some. What was that, GR?
I said, don't forget the dancers.
Lots of dancers. There's so many and there's men dancing too. There's a lot of very attractive men too. There's a lot of shirts off, pants off, dance. And there's also Adam Driver shirtless in there too. So,
Fun for everyone.
What I would ask you, Brian, is like, what is your memory of glamour shots? Because what you're describing is not what glamour shots of the 80s and 90s used to be at all.
It's futuristic glamour shots, Jonathan. It's futuristic. We're in a megalopolis world of Roman future, present day historical facts.
Oh my gosh! Any more adjectives that you got? That's all. Sure.
Like that said. But yeah, a lot going on. A lot of breaking news and great hot takes. We do have a winner of hot takes, everybody. So we should probably go to the polls and find out who is our hot take master of this Monday evening. The last Monday.
For Rachel.
Oh, well, I don't know. We never know. Maybe Peppy won. That happens sometimes too.
That's the first vote that I've cast that hasn't been for GR, by the way. Even when I was on it, I would always vote for GR. But I'm voting for Rachel this time.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out right now. Snare drum, please. And the winner of Hot Takes for this Monday is Rachel Waves, everybody. How's it feel, Rachel?
You like me.
We're spinning hard too.
I'm coming back on top. So,
yep.
We'll give you
killing it, Rachel. Killing it.
We will never go back, Rachel. We will never go back.
Never go.
Great hot takes. Great hot takes.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Doc Savage. Thank you all for being here. Rachel, congratulations again. I wish there was a prize. We were giving people like a minute to talk. There's anything you want to talk about in the breaking news before we move on? Because you win hot takes. If there's something you want to go off on for a second, something that you're thinking about, or we can move on. It's up to you.
I think we spent a good amount of time talking about what we talked about in hot takes. I feel satisfied.
Okay, well, Rachel, I got something else, so I know that you do want to talk about. Something big right now, and somebody that's been a huge pop sensation or rock or artist or influence out there. Everybody knows her, and a lot of people love her, but there's a lot of fans who are giving SNL a little hate over her. So can we talk about Chappell Roan? Now I'll say this, like, she has been blowing up everywhere. I feel like this last album that came out, she's a new album coming out, whatever's doing it, it's working for her, and people are just like a fanatic for it, you know. But this big thing came forward. Bowen Yang was on SNL, 33 years old. This guy's been there for a while. He was performing a character on Weekend Update called Moo Ding. And in this, he was talking about how he's fatigued, and he needs to get away, and he's a moment, and he's talking about boundaries, and everyone was getting kind of up in arms about this. Now, I would say, when you watch the whole sketch, he goes in about Chappell Roan, and he says, like, leave her alone, these same things will happen to her. And so they were kind of making fun of, like, what she said. And here's her Instagram post, because she had a lot of backlash with fans coming after her. There was an incident just at the Grammys, I think it was, where there was someone trying to take a picture of her, and she said, get that camera on my fucking face. And, you know, she's just like really not loving the paparazzi, not loving, like, she had a mental health breakdown where she had to take some time away, and she just needed a mental health break. And so she canceled some shows, and people were like kind of upset about it. And this was kind of a lighthearted joke from SNL. She was just on SNL not too long ago. So I think there wasn't any ill will here, but fans are going nuts about SNL. But here's her post. Instagram, she wrote, when I'm on stage, when I'm performing, I am at work. Any other circumstance, I am not in work mode. I don't agree with the notion that I owe a mutual exchange of energy, time, or attention to people I do not know. And so the fans are going nuts, being like, leave her alone. You shouldn't be attacking her. She needs to take a break. She's a fantastic artist. She's 26 years old. She's been blowing up the industry. It's a lot for someone at that age to actually be this popular. But I will say this, just to be a little bit of a, you know, devil's advocate. This is the job part of it, though. It's tough. It's the job. Like, you're going to have people coming after you all the time. It's hard to navigate that shit. It's going to be hard to navigate that. It's only get worse for her, too. So I think for her, she's got to take a moment to figure out what that's going to mean, because I don't think she expected to be where she's at, and people love her so much that you're going to have more stuff like this happen. You're going to have some crazy fan stuff's going to happen. That happened to Madonna, happened to a lot of people. Or does, yeah, Rachel does. Yeah, she does.
That was the point.
That's the point. But I would say it's part of the job. But again, I don't think like that the fans are going nuts, like, leave her alone. Bowen Yang actually put a post out there on social media being before, like, you know, support her. She deserves mental health breaks. I think this got blown out of proportion. It was supposed to be supporting her, I think, too. I get it. People say it's too close to home. But Rachel, what do you think? I mean, you're a big fan of this. You clearly love her. Do you think that SNL went too far? And is it warranted for all the fan backlash that's been blowing up social media?
I think people have a very parasocial relationship with Chappell Roan. Because of the way she came up and how fast she came up, people feel like she's their, like, actual friend or somebody they actually know, which is a really unhealthy way for a fan base to function. She came up so fast. I've been listening to her for a little bit over a year, but I'm also part of her main demographic community. I'm a lesbian. I'm within the lesbian community. She blew up among us long time ago. But the general populace kind of found her this summer, and she's really just become huge just since what's that big music festival?
What was it? The one in the desert? Was it Coachella?
Coachella. Just since the Coachella, she's really just blown up. So it's like, it's not even just been like about 3-4 months that she's been in this like level of fame that she just was not expecting to come out of anywhere. Like, she was dropped by her label before this. So
I know that.
She was not expecting to get this kind of level of stardom, to be performing at the VMAs, to be getting awards, to have all of this thrown upon her so fast. And it's really kind of shows you the power of social media, because you have one thing blow up on TikTok and all of a sudden you're everywhere. And I think it's really difficult when you're put in that position from being dropped by your label, thinking this is your last album you're going to put out. You're going to be maybe niche famous among the gay community. You'll perform at small festivals and gay bars and stuff like that, to performing in front of stadiums. It's huge. It's so
massive.
fast. And I don't think her team was ready for it, so they didn't give her the kind of media training that stars like Sabrina Carpenter get coming up.
Right. And she's in that same boat with her, kind of blowing up at the same time, too.
Yeah. But Sabrina Carpenter was also a child actress in Disney. She was through the Disney pipeline. Yeah. So she has had, most of her life, she's had all this media training. She's a Nepo baby, so she has family that has media training. Chappell Roan's nobody from Tennessee. So she's just speaking her mind, and I think anyone who is surprised by the things that she's saying and doing haven't been paying attention.
Do you think that this sketch will have any kind of ramifications at SNL? Are they gonna have to make an apology or something like that? Do you think?
She has a sense of humor, and I watched the sketch and I didn't see anything that was terribly offensive about it.
And she didn't say anything about it either, did she? I didn't see anything or say
No,
anything
she
about
hasn't
it.
made a statement on it, and she's scheduled to be on SNL in a few weeks, so I don't think she's going to cancel that.
I doubt it.
But it's hard. It's hard to go from nothing to everything all at once. And there's
It's
going to be a growing period. There's going to be an adjustment period. And I think the calls of, well, you just need to quit or you just need to not be a part of it are just so unnecessary. Like, these people race to grow,
Yeah,
especially when they weren't expecting this kind of thing. When
not
you're
at all.
expecting gay fame because there's never been a lesbian pop artist that big, it's not even in your mindset that you could be this big.
And she blew up huge. I see Jonathan some of this. She blew up massively, and I think that she wasn't ready for this kind of fame. Jonathan, do you agree with Rachel about this? Do you think that, she wasn't, we should give her support because she didn't really know, she wasn't really ready for this fame. She lost her label. All this stuff kind of blew up on her. Or do you think that she should understand this comes with the job and these things will happen and you can't stop the machine of the fans?
Can you give me a rating for the show? What's the rating? You know what? I'll
We're
use the letter.
NC-17 for
I'll
sure.
use the letter. I'll use the letter. First of all, I don't know who the F that is or what the F y'all are talking about. I have no idea what that was. When I saw that picture, I thought, oh, it's Rachel. She's on stage dressed as Snow White, but her makeup's and her costume's a little off. Okay, got it. So she's this big star. I don't understand. But what I will say is this. I heard Rachel say something to the effect of, okay, she's a new, lesbian artist, whatever. I could give you a million names, but do you you remember Melissa Etheridge?
Oh yeah, but she wasn't like a high-level pop artist. Pop is the genre I'm talking about. She was more of like an adult contemporary sort of situation or adult alternative. But she was huge among Lilith Fair. Let's not forget Lilith Fair. We cannot forget our roots.
I can't forget anything I've never heard of. I can't forget anything I've never heard of.
It was more of a niche sort of situation.
Here's my thing. Remind me what the hell you're talking about with this chick?
Chappell Roan.
What's the issue?
The issue is
people have an issue with her not handling fame entirely, perfectly, immediately.
In what way? What is your evidence for that?
She came out on social media complaining about how she needs
TikTok and stuff saying, hey, I need you to respect my personal space, which I think is perfectly reasonable. I think that people have like a really bad relationship with expecting things out of celebrities.
Yeah, and she was saying, John, but Jonathan, she was saying that she's a performer on stage.
A lot bigger than she is.
Who's a lot bigger than her?
K.D. Lang.
K.D. Lang is amazing.
Yeah. But Chappell Roan she's like really blowing up right now, especially Gen Zers, right? Massively. And I think that what happened with Jonathan with her is that she went in this post, she had to cancel a bunch of dates because she said she wasn't ready for this kind of fame she's getting. People are kind of coming after her outside of being on stage. And she said that's not right. She said, I'm a performer on stage. That's my job. But outside of that, pretty much leave me alone. That's not my job. I shouldn't have to deal with the fans pretty much. That's kind of a thing that she's saying. But that's part of the job. That's what I say too. But it's tough because she's young. She doesn't understand this.
Clarify for GR in the chat and Jonathan. I'm not saying there haven't been other lesbian artists. I'm saying she overtly sings about lesbian sex in pop music, and it's hitting airwaves really hard.
Yes.
I get that. So you're saying she sings about things that most people in that particular audience haven't heard before. And so they connect to it and they relate to it and they want to engage. Right. And in the age of social media, engaging is easy. But she's saying, I'll create this art, I'll create this music for us, for you, whatever. But I don't want to engage with you guys. I just want to create my art. Right? Is that what I hear?
Well, she's fine engaging with her fans to an extent, but there was a really big problem with stalking. People looked up her parents' address. They showed up at her sister's house. Like, there's a limit.
Yeah.
I agree with you. There comes a point where an artist who is famous You know what? If you really want to meet them, then buy a VIP ticket if
Right.
you're a fan. If you're an artist and you really want to avoid people who are that, what's the word, obsessed with you, then offer affordable VIP tickets.
Right.
Make it easy to access you
Mhm.
in the times and places that you say this is where you can access me. And then make it very difficult, if not illegal, to
Right.
access you in the places that you're not looking for that accessibility. And sometimes that includes a gated community or a
Mhm.
gated driveway or personal and professional full-time
Mhm.
round-the-clock security. The trade-off there is you are being celebrated. You are making an impact. You are living a dream. So there's a bit of a trade off. I'm not saying
Oh,
complete trade
absolutely.
off.
Yeah.
There's a bit of a trade off there. So, yes, you can set up ways that people can access you in a controlled environment. But at the same time, you still deserve your privacy because you're
Oh,
a human
absolutely.
being. I'm not
Her
arguing.
fame
I'm just
came
saying
up
that that's how I would
100%.
solve that problem.
her fame came up virtually overnight, so there just wasn't time to put those things in place
There's
before
always
people were
time to
stalking
put
her.
those things in place as long as
Yeah.
you have the money. There's always time.
Right.
You call
But
up
you
the
don't
security
get
company
your
and you
paychecks
say,
immediately in Hollywood or in the
yeah,
music industry. You
and
don't get them the next day. There's like a
correct.
little bit of a delay there.
Correct. Nor
Yeah.
do they fulfill invoices, or do you need to send
Right.
invoices immediately? So
Right.
everybody works on
Right.
the 90-day or less promise of getting paid.
And that's fair.
If
I
you
think
Yeah.
that
feel
in a lot of
unsafe,
ways
call
her
security.
team failed her.
Do you see like the chat's really coming after her, like saying like grow a backbone and stuff like that, and you're gonna get that from some people too because they're gonna say like that's what comes for the job. But you're right, Jonathan. There is a whole look at Taylor Swift, but she's had to deal with stalkers and stuff like that, multiple people
Right.
arrested, and she's had extra security and all that. That
Right.
all comes with it. When you
She's
become a
got the
celebrity,
entire machine behind her though.
But
yeah.
can you really compare, and this is a real question, can you really compare, what's her name, Chaperone, to Taylor
That's
Swift?
how you said chaperone. That's how you're saying
No. Yeah,
chaperone.
Chappell Roan is not
I
at a
don't know
Taylor
her
Swift
name. I
level
don't know
yet.
her
I love
name.
it.
But you can
I love
compare
it.
her to like an Olivia Rodrigo
Oh,
or a Sabrina
yes,
Carpenter.
I certainly could compare to both of those people. Yes, I could.
I think the big
She's like
question on our mind right
spotlight.
now, though,
Who
is
they are.
what does Thirsty Daddy think about Chappell Roan? Because I feel like he's listening to her all the time, right, GR? She's
Oh
your
yeah,
favorite new
right. Yeah.
uprising artist.
He's so does
You
Pink
know,
Pony.
the she's a kid, 26 years old. I mean, she needs to grow up a little bit. Her maturity or lack thereof is showing in a lot of the ways. But she didn't take a shot at Saturday Night Live. I mean, that skit didn't do anything. It was you comments, but it wasn't taking her down. She needs to go. Yeah, she got fame quickly. A lot
Yeah.
of people do. They don't all cry about it. You don't like what's going on, step back from it. You
And
know,
that's what she's trying to do, but her fan base though is going kind of crazy about this
Right.
SNL sketch.
let
Her fan base are the
yeah,
ones causing the problems. She's
yeah,
trying to take a break and they're like mad at her about it.
and that's tough shit on the fans. But if she really wants to get away, you do what somebody in this chat, well, a few people in the chat have said: hire some security, and you can stop it.
Yeah.
Can I say one
It
more
not
thing?
completely, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
You
You
know?
gonna battle GR on this?
Well, it's not a battle. It's not a battle.
Come-
If anything,
I-
I'm kind of with
I
him.
like
on
it.
this. I'm kind of with him. When any of us set out to be professional artists, whether it's acting, comedy, music, tap dancing, whatever, roller skate dancing, whatever it is, okay? Don't we all kind of have this hope in the beginning that we will be rich and famous? We do, right? We
Oh
do.
yeah, of course. We
So,
hope,
if we reach that level, and then at some point we're like, oh, this is too much. My solution, and this is an this is from my perspective. I don't live this gal's life, and I feel for what she's going through, and I'm sure it's very, very stressful, and I mean that, and I hope she finds what she needs. But I'm saying, I feel like if there comes a point where it's like, oh, I'm done with this, then I need to have a conversation with myself where I say, well, I could have gotten that degree in accounting. You know,
could've.
I could
Could've.
have done something outside of entertainment, but I followed my dream. And I did something that everybody who knows me either lied to me about, or maybe they believed in me, but they didn't believe in me 100%. But everyone, oh, you can make it, or, yeah, you're really good, but have you considered nursing? Whatever that is, she made it. And so if that means that one thing she has to deal with is adoring fans, then deal with it. You have the resources to deal with it. Doesn't mean you should ever feel unsafe.
Should never feel unsafe. Never.
But deal with it. There are things that you can do to solve that problem. Talk to people who were in your boat when they were your age. Madonna, Lady Gaga, the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
I got the
don't
fame
think
at
there's a
the age
problem.
younger, Jonathan.
Go ahead.
And I had to deal with it. I dealt with it.
You were a famous female lesbian pop star when you were younger?
That's what I said. But fame in any form, I was 20 years old, 21 when I became the second rated show in the islands in radio. And
in Hawaii.
Yeah. A big 6'9" in Honolulu, Hawaii. And late night rock and roll. But that was a long time
Is that him? Is that GR in that picture?
That's it right there.
Yeah, that's so me, darling.
Who is this? Who is this that we're looking at?
That's the young lady we're talking
Chappell
about.
Roan.
Chappell Roan.
Yeah.
I need to brush up.
What I was saying is, when
Pink
you go
party.
when you
It looks
can't
like
go out-
Rachel with a perm. Sorry, GR. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that when you can't go out in public to dinner, and I couldn't, my date and I would go to dinner, and people were walking over asking for autographs and whatnot. And sometimes it sucks.
You loved every second of it.
GR was a
You loved
baller.
Every
Hawaiian baller.
second of it. GR, you loved it. You loved signing every letter.
I did. I admit I did for a while, but I understand what she's talking about. It gets to be too much.
Yeah.
When you can't get through a dinner, fame is great, but it can be a pain in the gluteus maximus.
Oh, I agree. And you know what? That is
that?
information. That's information for you. So that says maybe don't go to Applebee's.
Yeah, I mean, you have to figure out where you can go, where you can't go. But
Right.
I think with her, though, she's just really been, honestly, she came up really fast. People love her so much. She's this big sensation. John, they got to check it out. What's the song? Pink Party? Pink something?
Pink Pony Club.
Even Brian doesn't
Pink
even
Pony
know.
Club. Pink Pony Club. That's the one song I heard.
I'm the only cultured person on this show, apparently.
I've heard some of her songs, and Pink Pony Club is good. I like that song. And but I don't. But like I'm just saying, you blow up that fast. You gotta learn. There's stuff that said you're gonna have to figure out because you're not gonna be safe from some people. Some people are fucking nuts. Some people try to stalk you. It's nuts.
I'd like to
It's
go
crazy.
to a point Jonathan made
Yeah,
about when you start on your creative endeavor, your goal might always be to be a superstar. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I think there's a lot of people who want to be that mid-level, low-level working artist, but don't want to achieve superstardom. They want to live basically a normal life, but pay their bills creating art.
Mm-hmm.
And I think maybe that's more of what she was going for and what she expected.
And then
So,
it became
like,
something completely different.
I would agree
Yeah.
with you. I would agree with you
Yeah.
to a point. Oops. Sorry. Not
Yeah.
mine. Oh, am I
You're
okay?
good.
I would agree with you to a point because the moment you realize, oh my gosh, I can be booked at Coachella or whatever, and it's going to pay me this much money and this many people or whatever. Oops. All right, maybe it's time for me to slow down. If I'm getting too big and I don't want to go bigger, then I need to stop, slow down.
When she was booked
Yeah.
at Coachella, she was booked on one of the small side stages of the
Oh, what? She wasn't one of the main ones. I'm surprised she was one of the main ones. Well, she can want that though. She
Like,
can
a
want that,
lot of
everybody.
working artists do festival circuits. They're just on the little itty bitty side stages that they put on between the
I
big
like
acts.
Chumbawamba
I'm
too.
talking in general. Like I think if she warrants a conversation now and as much attention as she's getting, she's probably magnificent and she should be
Very
a
talented.
superstar.
Oh, absolutely.
I think to your point, if you're saying she was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to become a musician, but I don't want to become a superstar. I want to
Right.
make $35,000 a year. Maybe I won't have insurance, but that's what Obamacare is for. Like, I don't feel like that's the dream. It might be a goal, but I don't think it's the
Right.
dream, right?
Maybe deep
But I
down inside,
also-
maybe not. But that's always something that can happen, Jonathan. Like that.
can
You know what I
be.
mean?
Want
You
to
can't
down to
control
like a
fame.
$70,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year, like just enough to be comfortable, but not superstardom. Like
I think
her
anybody
idols
that
were
thinks
trans-
that is not being true to their dreams.
It's
Nobody
still
gets into this business hoping that they'll only make $100,000 a year. But the other thing I was going to say is this: I think it's also up to her and the people who are her, let's call it superiors, whatever. Like
Her
the other.
handlers.
Well,
Yeah.
no. The other big.
like you talking about like her agents or the studio.
No.
Or should I say the
No, her
record
peers.
label?
I'm talking about the other celebrities like Melissa Etheridge, or as I've said, Lady Gaga, Madonna, Katie Lang. These people should come to her and say, "Hey, now that you're in this ballpark,
Lord's been helping her with a lot.
who
Lord.
That's a whole different Jonathan.
the
Lord's
Lord
fantastic,
has
by the
been
way.
helping her?"
Not the Lord. Lord has.
She had a few really big songs in the 2010s.
That's
But I
my
will say this: you
That's-
can't
that's no
stop
idea.
success. I'm gonna say you can't stop success. I know Jonathan said before it's like about how you don't come into this business
Right.
not to be a celebrity, but some people
putting
might.
the genie back in the bottle, and she's got to
Nope.
find a way to cope with it.
And I think that's what it comes down to. I think she put her talent out there. Her talent was a bigger star than she ever imagined to be. Now at this point, it's good. She's got to navigate forward, get security and all that. There'll be
And
more people that
bravo
are be
to her.
chasing after her.
Bravo to
And
her.
bravo. And I'm happy for her because honestly, talent deserves to be shown.
Yes,
And the day it
and to
does.
be paid and paid
And to be
well.
paid. Yep,
So
yep.
good for
I
her.
agree with both sides. She needs help figuring it out, but I also have empathy for her situation. That's where I'm at.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what?
And-
I'm with you on that.
Let's
We are
move
in
on.
agreement.
It's also, I also have empathy and needs help working things out is DC. And DC's been working on that for a long time, everybody, because now they're combining Bane and Deathstroke into a movie. Can we talk about that in Comic Corner? So everybody, this is something that came over the weekend, and I was like, what? What are we doing, DC? So DC has decided to continue into GR's favorite territory and have more villains on screen together. His favorite thing. And we had... But James Gunn has announced that Peter Safran led DC Studios. They have a script together. Now they're working on with Matthew Orton. This kind of makes me nervous because Matthew Orton, they're like, oh, he's worked with superhero things. Well, he scribed the new Brave New World movie that had 3 or 4 months of massive reshoots, and that doesn't ever bode well for anybody. But he's scribing this. He's writing this right now, working with James Gunn. There's no director attached, but it will have the main villains of Bane and Deathstroke. Now, are they working together? Are they going to be fighting each other? We really don't know yet. There's still very early details. But, Bane came forward. He was in Batman, of course, The Dark Knight Rises. You think darkness is your ally? With Tom Hardy, he did that for a while. And we also had Deathstroke, who was supposed to be fighting Ben Affleck's Batman, and that whole thing fell through. He was on Teen Titans. That's where his character came into play, fighting the Teen Titans, and eventually fighting Batman. Big freaking sniper, like freaking a ninja himself in a lot of ways. He's amazing. I think theyese characters are awesome. They've never really been like, I get it, the Bane from Dark Knight Rises. I worked on that, so there's always it's a little bit of a I love this shit because I worked on it, but I still think they could have gone more comic accurate, which that wasn't that world. I think they should do that for this one. Go comic accurate, have fucking big old Bane, not make Batman and Robin, guys, not like that. We don't have a button to go Bane, he gets big. We don't need that shit, but. Bane, it was it was interesting. But I'm excited to see what they do with this because I think it should be either teaming up or fighting each other. I mean, I think teaming up would be freaking cool. They establish something, it becomes like Deadpool Wolverine in a lot of ways. Is it a comedy? It can't be a comedy. It can't be a comedy. It'd be hilarious if this was their answer to Deadpool Wolverine was Bane and Deathstroke combine their talents. But I think it's probably going to be a one-on-one battle, and then you establish two villains, and you can introduce them into James Gunn's new DCU. And Deathstroke is a fucking great villain. Lexi, I saw that too. And I think that overall, this could be awesome. It just depends what happens. Again, this Orton guy kind of freaks me out. I'm not really sure about his writing. Brave New World had massive reshoots, massive. And you're going to go with this guy? I don't know. It just makes me worried. Get somebody else to be writing this thing. But it is a cool, ambitious project. And I'm excited to see where it goes overall, because I love these villains. I love them so much. I mean, it won't be Tom Hardy coming back. We know that. It'll be somebody different, probably. They're not going to bring him back. Tom Hardy's too busy being Venom now, which I love that shit too, because I'm, you guys know me. I'm a fucking big dork when it comes to this stuff. I love it so much. It's fucking fantastic. I love it. Jonathan, what do you think, man? Do you think this is a good combo? Are they going to fight each other, Jonathan? Are they going to fucking fight each other? Is this like Bane versus Deathstroke doesn't say shit, but it's going to be them fighting, or we're going to have a team up?
Here's the thing. Okay. Wolverine and Deadpool. Can you really top that? Can anybody top that? Okay. So what is DC doing? Now, I'm not a DC executive. I will tell you right now, my favorite superhero of all time is The Flash. That's
I love
DC.
The Flash.
But I know more about Marvel lore, and I'm more passionate about Marvel lore than any other DC brand, character, whatever. So here's the thing. I trust
Get in there.
that the people in charge at DC, they either know what they're doing, or they are grasping at straws, desperately trying to conserve what little revenue in this industry and market that they've got. I feel like it's the first one. I feel like they know what they're doing. Maybe they haven't released it yet. Is it a comedy? I don't know. I hope it is. I hope it is something that doesn't try to compete with Wolverine and Deadpool. I hope it's something that adds to that genre. 10 years from now, we're not going to be worried about which movie is better. We're going to be thinking, here's a great superhero duo comedy movie, and here's another great superhero duo comedy movie. That's how.
Well, do you think it's going to be a comedy though, or do you think it'll be serious? Are they going to have them fight each other, you think, or could it be a comedy?
I don't know. I'm not an executive at DC.
Come on, Jonathan, give me your take, man.
I'm giving you what I'm saying is, and this is the first I've heard of this, okay? I have no idea. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be the stars that we did. It doesn't have to be Tom Hardy. It doesn't have to be, anybody. Let's find somebody really cool, really different. Let's find somebody that surprises everybody and does the marketing for them. For example, what if Bane was, I'm just going on a limb here, Kathy Bates? Wouldn't that be interesting? Kathy Bane. I'd watch that.
Okay, now that I would watch.
Kathy
I
Bane.
think she's retiring after her next project, but I would watch that.
I
would
know.
watch
It's just
that.
never going to end. It's never going to end.
She would be the best Bane you have ever experienced, right? And she'd be the new standard.
Kathy Bane.
Let's get her as Bane, and then Glenn Close for the other one.
Well,
For-
you can't be that crazy surprising with both of them. Although I love your casting, Rachel. It's like, oh my
Become
god!
lovers.
As I hear that, I'm
Thank you,
going like, yes.
Glenn Close pulls the fucking mask off, and she got like a fucking patch on her eye.
It's a great visit.
You tell me right now, if they were to sell this,
Take my money.
on right at home stream DC, like are you guys subscribed to the $9.99 per month DC Universe like app thing? Oh, I am. And Marvel too, which is now Disney Plus,
Yeah.
whatever. But imagine if they charged, I don't know, $50 to watch this brand new movie that is not released in theaters. It's only released through this app. You can only watch it if you buy it for $50 or whatever. And it's Glenn Close.
Rachel's not buying it.
It's Glenn Close versus Kathy Bates.
Bane.
Or Kathy Bane, or the
Kathy Bane
today's
from now on.
equivalent, the today's equivalent level star. Maybe it's not them, but it's the equivalent. I feel like people would buy that.
They might just come to theaters for that shit. I gotta say, Kathy Bates.
Brian?
Fucking, I love Kathy. People might buy, but fucking Kathy Bane. I'm gonna call her Kathy Bane now. It's fucking awesome.
Right?
She's fucking great. I worked with American Horror Story too, and she was fucking such a great human being. She's a great human being, and I think. And very talented, but I tell you what though, she did say that that Matlock is her last show. She said that, but Matlock's never gonna fucking end. They're gonna do like 7-8 seasons of that shit. So in between, she can be Kathy Bane. I mean, like maybe that would be alluring her to something different than she's ever done before.
Let me throw something at you, Brian, if I may. Do you remember the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers?
Fuck yeah, I do. It's morphin' time.
Yes. So do you remember that moment when you first discovered that the actors you saw in like the community center, right?
Yeah,
Jason and what was her name?
Never wear the
Tiffany
costumes.
and Zach. Right. They were never the ones battling the putties or whatever. Do you remember that feeling of betrayal when you first found that out?
I was kind of bummed. I was bummed for sure. I was like, that's
You
not
were
them. It was all like
betrayed.
reused footage.
You
I
felt
like,
lied to.
He's calling the Dragon Sword.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Sorry, that's a deep dive. Calling the Dragon Sword in.
That was too much for me.
Let's go to GR Fest on this.
Oh my
GR,
God.
do you think Kathy Bane is going to happen, or do you think these will be a team up, or maybe a fight against the survival of the fittest? GR.
Kathy Bane, FFC on that one.
I
That's short for fat fucking chance.
Oh, come on, GR.
You guys are nice dreamers, but you're not going to get Kathy Bates into that.
How do we work Meryl?
Meryl Streep into this? She's Batman. She's fucking Batman.
Perfect.
Okay,
She can do anything.
Okay,
Poison Ivy.
right. Okay.
Come on, GR. This is a big combo. This is big for DC. They're trying to make their villain stuff right. I know you hate villain stuff, but these are two big villains, and they could maybe integrate them into the Batman or something like that. Do you think this is them introducing these characters for James Gunn's new universe, or is it for the Batman universe?
It's for Gunn's crap. I mean, he's big on making anti-heroes out of these dirtbags. And I'm sorry, you know my opinion on it. I hate them.
Yeah.
I think they're a waste of celluloid or digital space, however you want to put it in this day and age.
Do you like any of these villains at all? Because you used to read comics.
Oh, I love comics, but you didn't see the comic book publishers making heroes out of the dirtbags. They were the bad guys, and that's that.
Yeah. I'm a bad guy.
Oh, I know he's a badass.
Oh, so we know Billie Eilish, but not Lord or Chappell Roan.
Hey, that was me. I mean, I know Chappell Roan, and I know Lord, not our savior, but the Lord of music.
I don't even remember the Power Rangers reference. Like, I don't even remember the point that was going to make it anymore.
Dragon Sword. That's what it was.
But I will tell you that I think we're headed actually in the right direction. Comic book heroes need to evolve just as everything else. James Bond evolves. These iconic names evolve, and I think it's important to evolve the heroes. Look at the Penguin. I watched episode 1.
He's not a hero.
The other
He's
night.
a dirtbag.
It's fine.
You're not gonna.
But you're right. You're right.
He's good guys.
You're
GR hates this
100%
shit.
right,
He hates
GR.
it.
I'm calling him out.
He's fucking passionate.
Penguin, the Joker. These guys are dirtbags.
Yes.
One of them's
Yes.
totally nuts, but that's, I'm sorry. You're not going to get that out to the public as heroes. Fuck that.
What's your argument, GR? Nobody is saying the Penguin is such a hero. Nobody is saying that. They're saying the
You can tell
Penguin's
stories
such a
about bad
villain.
guys.
Yeah, it could be a whole different story about maybe they're uprising, maybe they've broken paths that make them this way. Rachel, let's go to Rachel fast because Rachel has a moment to speak about this. Rachel, how do you feel about this? Do you think this is going to be our I'm sorry, Kathy Bane situation, or do you think that this is just a way of integrating these new villains in maybe a buddy comedy or other way to be into James Gunn's new DCU?
Unless we get Kathy Bane, I'm gonna take a page out of GR's book and I'm gonna say Dilligaff. This ain't a Wednesday, Brian. This is not Nerd Corner.
I gave you a nerd topic.
I know I loved you, Rachel.
And you know what? I've got my nerd moments, but this just isn't one of them. This is not a franchise or characters that I am invested in whatsoever. But if we get Kathy Bane, I'm here.
I think it's a weird guy. It was the weirdest thing I know everybody's been talking about. It's like I had to bring it up. GR. Everybody's been talking about it over the whole week, and I had to bring it up. I'm sorry. It's interesting. It's different. I know.
Give me that, Brian.
Wednesday, Brian.
You're all very welcome to use Kathy Bane however you like. I coined
Thank
it.
you.
I want to go on record for that, but you're all
Correct.
welcome to use it however you like.
Well, I will say this. I will say this. It's interesting way of maybe incorporating these new villains into this whole universe, and maybe it'll bring the Teen Titans in somehow. Maybe we'll do that Robin in this world. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's interesting. But it'll probably. I'm hoping it's good because it's James Gunn. I'm hoping it's good. But then again, it's the weirdest fucking combination ever. It's not as weird as Megalopolis, but it's fucking weird. That's all I'm going to say. It's just not. It's just fucking weird.
Megalopolis at all.
It's definitely not. I think it's only Jonathan and I want to see this, though. Jonathan wants to see this, right?
I'll watch this the day it comes out, as long as I can watch it from my house, so I can pause it, make more popcorn, have my Uber Eats, do what I got to do. I'm not going to watch it in the theater. Absolutely not. I'm done with movie theaters. Done.
Well, GR will be next to me. He's going to watch with me. GR and I'll go, right, GR?
I wish Sean was here too. Sean would have something so intelligent to say about that.
I know. We miss Sean
appreciate
too.
Jonathan for picking up some of the slack, because if it was just me and GR, we'd have absolutely fucking nothing.
Yeah. Sean, unfortunately, we lost Sean. He'll be back maybe in about 3 or 4 months, hopefully. So, yeah. So,
R.I.P.
Miss you, Sean. Miss you, Sean. And also, I do miss real actors always being in movies, but now apparently that might be changing where full AI characters will be in movies interacting with other actors. That's what Andy Serkis is saying. Can we talk about that in our featured story of the night? So Andy Serkis, of course, is working on the new Lord of the Rings. He's been talking about that while he's involved. He's directing it. He's doing the first part about, it's about Gollum. But he was talking about how they're evolving technology right now, integrating AI, and teasing another project he's working on through his actual company, because he has his own production company and his whole visual effects company, VFX company. He said they have a new technology that he said people are going to call it a form of magic that is frightening. That's what he's calling this new AI technology. But his Imaginarium production outfit is making this right now, where they can make a story. And what they do, have 2D artists that work with some voiceover, and they create a character, and then AI takes it over, and then they come to life in augmented reality, and that whole character, it can walk around, talk to you, involve you, and it's all AI based. So this has been happening a long time. Well, it started happening with Lion King, I think. When Jon Favreau made that, he wanted to make, with augmented reality, showcase you the whole world. And they shot it that way too. So you put these glasses on, the cameras can shoot it, it shows a whole world. You saw all of Pride Rock, all the animals running and stuff like that, and it was all involved with AI. It was created that way. But now we're gonna have real people with AI incorporate into them, interact with you, talking to you, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, but they're AI based. And they'll be growing and learning, and they'll have more and more of these environments involved with AI characters. And so now when you actually want to rehearse and stuff like that, you can pop in and interact with all these different people and their AI. Now, this is a slippery slope, because he was saying that, there's all these guidelines the United States have been pushing forward. They're going to be taking this overseas to the UK, where we don't have the guidelines like that, to try to evolve this further, which is also kind of frightening to me. But I think this is where technology is going to go, 100%. But where does it go for the actor? Where does it go for the talent? If this can get awesome and it grows and it becomes a big thing, all of a sudden we might not actually need it, which we talk about the whole time on Kruse Control. They try with the actual physical actor. Now, again, this is based in And Andy Serkis has done some great technology advancements, if you ask me. What he did with Gollum, with his stop motion and his physical body movements he did to create that character was fucking awesome. It was groundbreaking. He did it with Caesar in the Planet of the Apes movies as well. He's changed the game that way. And he said, don't be scared about it because it's gonna be great. But to me, it's what we've been fighting against, and I think that overall it's going to become a problem down the line. And CGI is one thing, but if you actually make AI characters and you start it and they can interact with you, where does that go? Where does that world grow? Maybe it's the next Skynet. Maybe they may take over in that world and they grow and they fucking branch. I think this is me conspiracy shirt that they branch out from there. But it is interesting that they're able to make actual characters in an augmented reality world that are AI based that can talk to you and involve the whole storyline with you without actually having anybody there to portray those people. Crazy concept. Crazy. I see Jonathan shaking his head.
Are you talking about a game or a film?
No, movies, films. He's using it on his own first film, a narrative film. He's not saying what the title of it is, but it's one of his next films before Lord of the Rings. He's using it on, and they're having some voiceover artists, but then they take that with light design, and then all of a sudden the AI takes over and brings those characters to life.
Are you using AI the way that you should be? AI meaning it's making the decisions and it's writing the dialogue and it's doing all that?
Yep, they have their voices and they use those voices and they pay those voice actors, but the AI takes it like it's been doing forever. You know, AI, Frank Sinatra's out there, AI, everybody, you know, and it's learning from those phrases and making whole dialogue based on that person's voice, but under its own guidelines. It's wild. It's a wild topic. It's a wild topic, Jonathan. I say, Jonathan wants to go away. All right, I'll let you go, Jonathan. I'll let you go first, man. Get in there for a second. So you think that this is going to change the game? Is this a slippery slope? Andy Serkis again is a person that has helped evolve this world in technology for film, for cinema. But is this a step too far in the wrong direction, or a step in the right direction that could actually help actors? Because it could help you like get into the character because you have people that interact with. They're starting with background people with smaller parts that aren't even actual real. It just makes the world alive. But is that going to be a problem down the line?
I'm sorry, Brian. What is the actual question?
Like, will it be a problem down the line? Like, it will work for
problem.
Yeah,
a problem for who?
For everybody. Hollywood, actors, performers.
No. When has the latest technology been received well by the entire populace? Never. But you know, as somebody who works I can't comment on film and animation, stuff like that. Okay, I can't. So maybe somebody else should go first. But I can comment in my industry, and it's starting to take over my industry. But I've already made money. By taking advantage of this in the hosting and spokesperson industry. Okay, there are companies and websites. I'll make this as quick as I can. There are companies and websites who say, hey, talent actors, if you're host or VO people, join our database. We'll pay you $500, pay you like $150, and we'll use your image and your likeness, read all of these words, and then you allow us to use your image and likeness in AI forever and ever throughout the universe.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's the way to go. I think the way to go is to say, listen, I'll absolutely sell you my image and likeness, and I'm going to sell it to you for a session rate, which is the time I spend recording it, and then usage. And maybe it's a 2-year or 1-year usage fee. But every time that file or image of me is sold, I'm going to get that, not every time, pardon me, at the end of every span. So if I sign a 1-year agreement, then at the end of 1 year usage. If I sign 2 years, at the end of 2 years, I'm going to get that check again. So now what it's amounting to, if I'm explaining this correctly, because I feel like I'm rushing it, right?
You're good.
What's going to happen is I get the session fee, then I get the usage fee, but they can use it forever and ever and ever, and I keep getting that usage fee every year, every 2 years. Even if it looks like me and it's not me, what do I care? I don't want to come back and do it again in 2 years. Keep using the image of me that you have. But what we need to do is make sure that our agreements, our contracts are in place so that people can continue using our AI generated imaging us and that we get paid for it. As long as the entertainment lawyers are doing their jobs and the union people, or whatever you want to call it, the people who negotiate these things, as long as they're doing their jobs, then we as talent, we shouldn't be afraid of this. We should welcome it. And here's my second point, and I swear to you, I'm done.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're doing an infomercial or something where it requires two people, right? You've got the quote unquote straight man and then the comedy guy. Well, most of the time they say, well, we have $5,000 budget, right? So we're going to have 2,500 go to the comedy guy and 2,500 go to the straight man. Well, what if the straight man is the AI and the comedy guy is the real person?
Zach Galifianakis.
That just means I'm charging $5K now because your computer generated straight man can set up all the jokes. Lean into this technology, y'all. It ain't going anywhere. It ain't going away.
not.
Change it. Lean into it. Figure out how to make money off of it. And you'll be better off than all of your compatriots who are fighting the future. Don't fight the future. Fight those who try to hold you down. But the development and the future of technology, figure out how you can align with that and profit from it. And that'll make you, if not rich, it'll make you a hell of a lot of money.
Fight the future. That was a good X-Files movie. I love me some X-Files.
What to say about that? Come on, Brian.
No,
What do you think about
I 100%, that's the thing too. You can't fight the future. This is where we're going. And I think the biggest part of these strikes were really to integrate legislation where we can take care of these contracts, we can take care of ourselves, we can get paid in perpetuity for our likeness. And that's the biggest idea of all of it. Of course it is. I think that SAG laid down themselves a little bit on there. I love the union. I'm very much involved with it, but I worry about some of the verbiage. In every contract, you got to worry about the verbiage because sometimes things are interpreted a little bit wrong. And I think that we did some good steps, and I think we have to keep working on those steps so we are protected and our asses are taken care of so we don't have any problems where our likeness is taken away from us. End of the day, it has to be. I guarantee a lot of actors are going to actually copyright their likeness into the future too. And that's a way to save yourself too. That's going to be a big thing moving forward. If you haven't done it, you should do it.
How are people not doing that?
People aren't doing it.
You're a small
It's a big
business
deal.
owner. If you're an actor, you're an LLC. You're a small business owner. Do that now. Don't wait for AI. Do it now.
But I think this is fascinating what Andy Serkis is saying here because it can help you immerse yourself into the character, into the environment. It just might be a thing where we get to Skynet. That's conspiracy theory shit. Maybe it takes over. That can always happen with AI. That's a regulation thing. But I do wonder where it's going to go. But we can't fight it. It's going to keep building. I love technology. Everybody knows that about me. I love technology. I'm all about it. But I also say let's just make sure we have our ducks in a line, right, Rachel? Rachel, how you feeling about this? I see you're like, this is another, we always talk about AI here. It's always slippery slope. Do you think that is Andy Serkis to be the downfall of society for actors, Rachel? What do you think?
I mean, downfall of society feels a bit extreme. I think that we're going to run into problems when you no longer need to license someone's image. When you can create an entirely new image outside of somebody else. You take bits and pieces of 10,000 different people, pay them each a penny, and now you've got a new thing that you don't have to pay for, and you make that act for you. I think that this kind of technology could be really interesting in the theme park industry. I think that's a really good usage for this type of technology where someone can go in and interact with a thing that's not there. Disney buys it. You can go hang out with Elsa and it's, not a person in a costume anymore, which again, you're taking away a job. That sucks. But I think for the kids, that's going to be a much more realistic interaction for them because they can actually speak and respond to what is programmed to be Elsa and is an animated creature who looks like Elsa. For example. So I think that is maybe an interesting use of this. You can use for escape rooms. There's all sorts of entertainment options that aren't acting. I think you could use this for once it's refined. I don't love using it. I've never loved replacing or integrating too much of this type of automation in creative endeavors. I think that in business endeavors, sure, there's a lot of jobs and a lot of things that don't need to be done by a person anymore. A lot of my jobs could be done by a robot. And that's just what it is. Like, I fill out paperwork for a living. I send emails for a living. What am I doing in 2024? Like, I'm going to be automated the fuck out of here by 2030.
Oh, shit.
And I don't want to hop on too many horses here, but so I'll just kind of leave it at that. But I think the creative jobs are what we don't need to be sort of moving past. I think there's ways to improve certain things. I think that you could use AI in very creative ways to maybe fill in plot holes in scripts. Be like, put in your script, be like, hey, is there a plot hole here? Is there something missing? And AI can kind of read through it and kind of go to there. I think just like, I don't think creatives are where we get rid of people. That's my opinion. And I think there are ways to use AI, but I don't think that getting rid of creative people is how we utilize it.
Do you think that this would actually do that though? Because honestly, it's very early on. It's something that they're making for the augmented reality, create a world around the actor. Is that going to be something you think that they're thinking about even, or do you think this is just to make a tool and instrument to help the actor immerse himself in the world?
I mean, isn't that kind of what one of your previous jobs was for? Isn't kind of stand-in kind of was part of that, the point? But
when I was doing the Paul Rudd thing, when I was doubling for him, I mean, they had all the extra Paul Rudds, and I was there for that, and so he could have more Paul Rudds around him. It could, if they were able to use that to just double Paul Rudd in the actual scene. But then again, like I was actually there when he couldn't be there though. So that was the purpose of my job a lot of times. It was a bonus. I was there for that multiple Paul Rudd scene, but when he couldn't be there, they used me. So that's the whole thing.
But I'm sorry, could you go back to your question? I got off track.
I was just saying that overall, do you think that this is just be a tool, which is what they're saying it's going to be? Could this tool be manipulated and abused to take away jobs?
Contracts. That's what I was going to go about. I think that I have very little faith in the ability of right now for the union to stand up for people enough. They were very weak on their last negotiations when it came to AI. And I think that they need to be stronger on it if this is going to be the future, or a lot of people are going to get screwed out of a lot of money because they just won't have the backing to demand what they deserve for their performances.
It's a constant battle, Rachel. It's a constant battle right now. And I think that the next contract will have hopefully even more guidelines to help people.
I would love for the contract to be able to protect actors. But given how much they conceded on it this last time, it's really hard to have that kind of faith.
Do you want to say something to her, Jonathan, before I go to GR?
Do I look like I...
It kind of looks like you want to say something.
Okay. To protect actors, what are they doing that's not protecting us?
Not demanding enough pay. And when we were talking about the negotiations with
it's not up to the union
AI.
to demand enough pay. It's up to the individual actor. The union is there to make sure that these minimums and standards are met. But I don't know about you, but I don't remember the last time I worked for Scale. Do you work for Scale?
When you're talking about the little guys, like there's a lot of little guys out there who just don't have that sort of demand yet to be able to demand
guess my
things.
point.
And there will always be someone there who will take the minimum. And as long as that minimum is so low, they're going to take advantage of that.
Okay, so then your issue isn't with how they treat actors with AI. Your issue is how they treat actors, period. Which, you know what? That I'll go with you on. That I'm in agreement with you.
This is just one puzzle, one piece of a greater puzzle of workers not being treated fairly.
You know what? Then I'm in agreement right there. And Brian, if you want to interject and move on,
I do hate that.
If you want to hear, yep.
I do hate the one terminology in there. It's like simulated performer, and it's like, what does that mean? And that could be a lot of things. So interpretation and verbiage is always a problem.
You can make great money off of, is what I'm saying.
You could, but you could also be abused by it too. There's always, that's the thing about the legalese when it comes down to these contracts. It can be interpreted a lot of different ways, and people can twist it, turn it, and all that. You can help it come into your favor as an actor, or it could bone you really bad. And that's just every contract. Every contract.
You're a patron at an Applebee's too.
It's true. I mean, but I just worry. I always worry about the future for it. I think that we will have to always have talent, but I worry about the one thing I worry about is actors, like young actors, having opportunity in the future. I think all the actors that are established that are here, they will always have that. Even the older they get, they'll be licensing off who'll be the 15th Tom Cruise. We're gonna have that one day. The first Tom Cruise will come, like, oh, this is not Tom Cruise, but put his face on it, and Tom Cruise get paid a fucking lot of money.
We'll give Tom Cruise some telomeres, and he'll be doing it forever.
But there's also the telomere thing that could happen too, but it won't even matter. Fucking telomeres, GR, might not fucking matter because take those telomeres and you live fucking to be forever. So it doesn't matter. Because GR has something to say here. Let's go to GR fast. He does not say anything. GR, how do you feel about this whole new technology that Andy Serkis is using? And do you see any kind of issues that could arise from this new technology he's going to use in his new movies?
Well, let's want to spend about 12 hours here. I think both Jonathan and Rachel are correct, but bottom line, it comes down to the union has to do things, set some guidelines of where it can be used and can't be used. Because this easily, and whether you believe it or not, AI could easily replace every actor on the planet.
It could, GR, but you think that, I mean, is this just like, he's saying this, even Andy Serkis said, like, this is, it might freak people out, might make them worried, but this is great technology, it's going to help us, advance us. He put that right out there. People are going to say it's magic. Do you think that there'll be an uproar at all amongst the community because of this technology being used?
Are you talking about the acting community or the general public?
Yeah, the acting community.
I think there will be. I mean, people want to they don't want to lose work. That's what it comes down to. You know, let's go ahead, Brad.
I was gonna say, I know that's what the whole last contract was. You saw people freaked out a lot, and I think that's a worry.
When it came to AI, they just said, "Oh, let's settle this, get it done with."
Well, that's also what happens when people need to make money, and they're all producers are pushing, and people are worried about what comes next and being off for a long time. There's a lot of things that happen at the very end of that negotiation because people were pushing each other's buttons. That's what it was. I mean, even Fran, you could tell how defeated she was. I love Fran Drescher, but I think she was defeated after how many months of negotiating. What do you do? What do you do?
She called me so many times.
Did she?
Not
Best friend
for real, but like, those recorded
Those auto
things.
messages.
Yeah. I got so many too.
Messages.
So many messages, so many emails. I felt bad for her in those negotiations. I felt bad.
Take this technology and get rid of customer service. No one should have to be yelled at. Make robots be yelled at.
Well, can they actually do the job though? That's the question. They will eventually.
Once we get this technology going to the fact that they can simulate human interactions, sure.
And pay actors to do the voices for them. It'd be like John Travolta. Oh my God, I'm going to give you a good discount today. It'd be fucking fantastic. It'd be great. It'd be 10% off.
Yes, Jonathan.
Jonathan, yes.
Okay. So we were talking about unions, right? Okay. Yeah. So yes, the union can help, should help, but the union, this is my opinion, okay? And look, I pay my dues, I do my thing, whatever. The union should be there to back you up, not
always
set you up.
Bam. That's what I'm saying, Jonathan. 100%.
My concern is the lack of backup.
What's that?
My concern would be the lack of backup.
Have you called them? Have you called the phone number and said, this is what I need. I'm coming to the office. This is what's happening. And look, you're in probably the LA office. The Miami office is probably a little bit smaller. But every time I've called them, during business hours saying I need something, there's somebody on the phone that moment. I don't have to call back. Somebody picks up that moment and they talk to me. That being said, that wasn't even my full point. My full point is this. There's always... What?
I said go on, Queen. I just whispered to Queen for a second.
In the chat. I thought you were I'm like, all right. I'm like, okay, fine.
Yeah, but, hey, there's two queens on Monday, okay?
We haven't established that quite yet, but fine, whatever. I'll go with it because I was like, yes, fine, okay. Anyway, point is, with AI, there was a time when they said, "What are we doing? Go into this moving pictures thing because Broadway and vaudeville is how it's supposed to be, and anything that comes up that's taking away money from actors because what we're recording their image and showing it on a screen, why not put them on a stage? That's taking money away from actors. But then they found a way to pay those actors based on usage. Right?
Which is big. Paying for the usage.
Things like that. So with AI, it's not up to the union to determine this is what we need. It's up to us, the actors and the members, to call the union as the people that make up a union, to call them and say, this is what we want. This is how it should work. Once we do that as a whole,
Right.
then they might start listening. And if they don't listen, then you talk to any producer that's auditioning you or casting you. Say, oh, are you using AI in this? In what way are you using it? Put that in writing. So then everything goes in writing. If they're going to use AI, welcome that, but treat AI as if it's your day on set. If it's not usage, maybe it's your session fee.
Which is big.
Right? Doesn't matter. Use AI or use me. Either way, I still get that session fee.
I get paid for that freaking day.
Residuals? Why am I mad if I'm at home?
Which they will.
They're using me and I'm being paid for
that idea. I'm mad at the idea that they'll say, well, you didn't actually perform today, so we're going to pay you 5 cents on the dollar for
They're not allowed to say that if you make the contract with them. You might turn down that contract that doesn't agree to that. You might. But
they are trying to stop it though, John. They're trying to stop you from doing reshoots and just not use you and use AI. So you got to make sure you just watch every little thing and make sure you put that out there for reshoots and all that.
Up your day rate.
Yep.
Your usage fee. I'm $55K. Not 55K. $5,500 a day.
I like to use better.
Well, right.
Jared will take that shit.
I'm $5,500 a day, and then you can use all of my images and likeness. You can use AI to correct it. You get 2 years to do that for an additional $5,500. So that ends up at being $10,500 for one commercial, one shoot, whatever. You're going to turn that down? No. If they turn that down, fine. But now they have free usage.
Maybe
I was going to say, Jonathan,
more education on people's, so people have more information about negotiating.
All anybody cares.
I saw that green too.
That's all they. That's all.
Fucking hilarious. I would say this though, Jonathan. Like, you freaking know how to do this stuff, but there are a lot of people that don't have people in their back pocket, that are there to help them and can't do that. And unfortunately, sometimes what happens is they don't do that and they get taken advantage, or they try to do something and it's not the right way to do it, and then they lose the job. And that's the biggest worry for a lot of people. And what has to happen?
Reach out.
Yep.
Actors who make money doing this. Reach out to people who know how to do it.
Awareness.
Reach out to other people and say, hey, actor, you've made a lot of money. Can you help me? Because this is what I feel like they're taking advantage of me. Can you help me? Most actors will help you. And if they won't, then they're dicks and don't worry about it.
Yeah, and fuck those people.
Right.
Hey, everybody, thank you for being on Kruse Control tonight. Appreciate you as always. Hope you had a great time. The AI thing's fucking slippery slope. We get into it all the time. And I gotta take this fucking jacket off, so I'm sweating. No. But I'm so happy you've been here. As always, anyways, hope you had a great night. Thank you all. Happy Monday. I always appreciate you all for being here. Numbers night 250 tonight. Thank you for joining us here and rocking out for the whole show. We appreciate it as always. And again, keep coming back. And if you're still here, we do have that membership and it's great. You can get like little perks here. We're doing live shows after the fact. You get buttons, you get badges, you get bears, you get beavers. Oh my, they'll all come into your backyard. They have a party. If you're John doesn't supply them, it's fine. They'll come tomorrow afternoon. But I'm just saying, join our membership if you can. It always helps us. It helps get a little bling bling capital. Yeah. Cash money. Yo, what's up in someone's pocket? Keep the show going. So, anyways, thank you, Thirsty Dad, for being here as always. Appreciate you, Thirsty Dad, bringing in the tech talk, technology, man.
Welcome back.
Appreciate you, GR, as always. Hope you had a great time tonight. You're looking snazzy on Friday. I can't wait for that suit again this week, man. You're always rocking it. looking, yeah, that's making him, proving that he's a thirsty daddy. Jonathan McFadden. Oh, fuck yeah, GR. Jonathan McFadden, thank you for being here as always, Jonathan. Appreciate you. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great time. Thank you for bringing in a lot of that knowledge of the, of course, the lawyer stuff and the actual contract stuff. It's fantastic. I appreciate your takes. Hope you had a great time tonight. Appreciate you, man. Happy Monday. Appreciate you. Yeah. And also, of course, the Queen of Monday, Miss Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for being here as always, Rachel. Hope you had a great time. Good to see you back, Mr. Rachel. Yeah, good to be back. Good to see you. I'm happy to see you again. It's been too long. Thank you for sticking around tonight. And you great stuff tonight, Rachel. I'm always happy to have you here. Sending that love. I'll put that heart out there too. Is it good for me? I love it. Is that good for you? Good for me. Good for me. There's the love. There's the love, like a magic man. But thank you all, and of course, thank you, Peppy. Peppy is always here doing his thing too. As always, love him. I know, Peppy, always. But I appreciate
You're killing
you all
me,
for
Larry.
being here. Love you, Queen, too. Thank you for being here. And everybody in the chat, appreciate you. Keep those numbers going up, everybody, because without you, we wouldn't be growing. And you got to tell everybody, because numbers, we've actually grown like 100 subscribers since the last time I saw you. So keep telling people. You got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents that flew down from old Rome, landed smack down in Megalopolis. Oh my God, there's luck and crazy having they're having orgies and drugs and beavers and bears, and they're all fucking together, and they're all subscribing to Kruse Control, which is fucking fantastic as always. And they got chariots. Those chariots are fucking crazy. Peppy's there, he's whipping them the whole fucking time, saying subscribe to Kruse Control. And it's crazy. They like it for some reason. And Peppy's a fucking asshole because he does it. I don't care. He's a fucking douchebag sometimes. I love it. Anyways, they can subscribe. You can subscribe to all beavers, bears, kangaroos. Kangaroos are hopping around the whole fucking thing. It's crazy. They're hopping around like crazy. There's like little fucking, there's like chinchillas pop out of their fucking pouches. That's nuts too. And they're subscribing. They're in the subscribe button constantly. It's fucking nuts. The squirrels are there. They're pecking away at people's penises. It's a fucking crazy orgy in the whole world. But you know what happens in the day? They subscribe to Kruse Control, and you do too. That's amazing. And we'll eventually get to 1 million. That's what happens, anyways. Hey, everybody, have a great night. Take care of yourself. We love you. We'll be back on Hump Day for some geeky stuff. We had a little geeky stuff too. Sorry, Rachel. It was fun, but we appreciate you as always. Take care. Enjoy the next couple days. And until Wednesday, everybody. See ya.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.